Hi everyone, this is Vika and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to add sound effects to our game. Before going forward, if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider to subscribe to get notifications on game development. So without further ado, let's get started. First of all, let's go to the hierarchy and create an empty game object and name it as an audio player. Then go to the inspector and add a script named audio player. Now we can see our script in assets. Now let's drag and drop it into scripts folder. Now double click on audio player script and open it in Visual Studio. Before doing any code changes, come to opengameart.org and click on browse and select sound effects. I will attach the link to this website in the description. Then tick on music, sound effect and CC0 under license. Under CC0 license, you can download copyright-free assets which you can use those assets for commercial purposes. Then search jump in the search bar and hit enter. Then you will get results similar to this and you can preview music using the site itself. After testing some sound effects, I finally got this sound pack by Crazy Duck Games. Then I download this by hitting download button. After downloading the zip file, I extracted inside the Flappy Birds folder which is in downloads and extracted it here. Then I headed back to the Unity again and created a new folder, named it as audio. Then I select all the audio clips and drop them to the audio folder inside the Unity editor. Now you can preview this audio inside the Unity. Go to the bottom of the inspector and scale up this a little bit and hit on play button like this. After testing, I select this clip as jump sound. So let's go back to the Visual Studio and remove these default functions. Then we need to add an audio clip and its volume parameter. Before that, let's make a section in the Unity inspector. So let's type header, open brackets and name it as jump section. Then audio clip jump audio. Also, I make this serialize field and add another float variable for jump volume. Here I do another modification in the inspector by adding slider. For slider, I type range, first minimum value and then the maximum value. Now it will be much easier to adjust the volume from the inspector. Now go to Unity and click on audio player and now we can see the slider that can vary in between 0 and 1. So now we can select the audio file. So I drag and drop selected audio clip to the audio player script. Then I go back to Visual Studio again and create a public method called play jump sound. Since this is a public method, we can access this method from another script. Here I forgot to add return type. So let's add it too. So let's type audio source.play at point. Here we have to give the audio clip first and then the position. Here I give transform.position. Actually I should give the camera position here. So I add camera.main to the front. As an additional parameter, I give volume as a float. Before going forward, I check whether the audio source is null or not. For that, I type if jump audio is not equal and curly brackets. Then I cut and paste this part inside the if condition. Then I go to the player controller script and create audio player variable as audio player. Then I create awake function. Inside this, I found the audio player object and make a reference. If you wonder what the awake function is, it is just another function like start or update. Awake is called either when active game object that contains a script is initialized when a scene loads, or when previously inactive game object is set to active, or after a game object created with object. Once the space is pressed, I need to play jump audio. So I call audio player.play jump sound inside if condition here. Now let's go to the Unity and play. Play is not working and there is a null reference error. So let's go to Unity and see what's the reason. Okay, I found the error. Here the spellings for awake method is wrong. So let's correct it and go back to Unity and play. Yes, now it is working properly. Also, if you want to adjust the sound, you can simply drag this slider and check. Now I am going to add crash sound after colliding with the pillar. So I duplicate variables and methods related to jump sound and rename it as crash sound. Here we are repeating this play at point function again and again, so we can refactor this. So I create a private method called play audio clip and I get two parameters. One is audio clip as clip and volume as float variable. So let's copy this part and replace this by clip and volume variable names. Then let's copy the method name and pass the required parameters, which is crash audio and crash volume. Then repeat the same thing for jump audio as well. So let's save and go to Unity. Before we play, we have to add crash sound. To find a crash sound effect, I go to opengame.org and I found this sound effect after testing several sound effects. I selected this sound by Luke.Rust Ltd. After downloading this, I imported it into Unity. Then I drag and drop to crash sound clip slot. Now we need to call this crash sound effect. For that, I go to Game Manager and repeat the same step as I did in the player controller script. First, I create a awake function and add reference to the audio player object and call its play crash sound from Game Manager script. Now go to Unity and let's play. And it seems to work nicely. Then I need to add some background music. Before adding background sound to the game, there should be three components at least. Those are audio source, audio listener and audio clip. Now click on audio player and add audio source component to add some background music. Here I'll explain some important features. Using this mute button, we can mute audio. These effects are not much important as a beginner, so I'll directly come to the player on awake. When it is ticked, the audio clip will be played just after instantiating the object. Loop is for looping audio, so I tick on looping as well. In this section, we really don't need polarity and other stuff, but we need volume. Using this volume adjustment, we can tweak the volume of the audio clip. So there are 3D sound effects here. Since we are working on 2D project, we will not need this. So now go to opengame.org and let's find some background music. So I finally found this asset pack by Subspace Audio. So let's click download and import it into Unity. So I import it to separate folder called background music inside audio folder, and let's click on audio player and then drag audio file into audio clip section. These sounds are not the best suitable for my scenario, so you can do your own research and find the best one for your project. Then let's decrease the sound volume little bit and play the game. So now we can see the sound effects properly. I hope you got all the basics of Unity sound system. If you like this video, please thumbs up, and if you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. If you found this video useful, please do share with your friends, and see you soon in the next video.